This is a new type of video for me, so it's been like 3 months, so I feel comfortable speaking about this. Let me just turn down the volume because I can't hear myself think. Okay, so this is a story of my roommate from hell. I know it sounds a little bit preposterous and a little bit asinine, but this is a true story. You can say that it was a rough time of my life. It was a new experience, meaning that it was my first time ever dealing with somebody that wasn't in my immediate family that I had to deal with, right? Like the saying goes that you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your enemies, like that. But, okay. So, this all started back in January of 2018, right? Right when the year started. My uncle comes to me saying, "Hey Jorge, he went to my dad first. Like, he said, hey, this guy, he has a child coming, he needs your help, and can you give him like a place to stay?" And he's like, sure. We have a room downstairs, and we have extra everything, right? We have extra beds, extra everything, right? We have extra everything, right? So the plan was to get, basically he lives here with his pregnant girlfriend, and he pay us $700 a month, right? So he works construction, he's making bank, right? He buys like a $4,000 TV. He gets all of this like stuff for like brand new shit. Like, oh my god, like this guy's making bank. And it got to the point where I like started questioning my life. I was like, dude, why am I going to school? I'm seeing this guy work and he's making bank, but I guess it's all mutual, right? So the time comes, and the dude doesn't pay me back. He doesn't pay my family back. He's living there for free. He's basically just living there for free. He's like, dude, what the fuck you doing, son? Like, what the hell are you doing? But he says he's not gonna pay us. He'll pay us later. He doesn't pay us, and he doesn't pay. Yeah, he doesn't pay us. He doesn't give us the money, and he gives us sob stories. He's like, dude, this ain't a charity. This ain't a nothing. This is we trying to find a legitimate business. Because that's basically the quantity we agreed on. We agreed on him paying us. We agreed on him giving us money every month but he's paying for these outlandish things, a $4,000 TV, stuff like that. It's a curved UHD Samsung, a KS800. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And I told my parents, you do know how much that TV costs. And my dad, he doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to, basically just, he has a soft spot, right? Because we know that he's in a bad situation. We know that his family he's poor, quotation marks. So we let him go, right? We let him go for that month, right? Things go by, we go to vacation during January, and we give him the loadout of like taking care of the house and everything. So they're taking care of the house. We have animals, and we asked one of our in-laws to take care of our animals and feed them and etc. So they're feeding the animals and everything. This motherfucker closes. Like, we don't have a key to the deadbolt, and that's for a purpose, right? We don't like people coming into our house. So this dude deadbolts everything, right? So when I come back from vacation, I'm locked out of my freaking house because I don't have a key to the deadbolt. And I'm sitting there for about an hour. I get back from the bus. I'm tired as hell. I want to go into my room. And this dude has everything closed. It's like, dude, what the hell are you doing? It's like, what the hell? It's like... And I told him, do not deadbolt this. Like, he didn't do it to me twice. He didn't do it to me 3 times. He didn't do it to me 4 times. He did it multiple times. He did it like, oh my god. To the point where I was about to scream my head off and just tell him, what the hell are you doing, guy? But I didn't want to raise a fuss. I just told him, don't do it again. And that was the end of it, right? That was one problem I had with him. The next problem was that he would fight with his pregnant girlfriend 24/7, 7 days a week. It wasn't like in the mornings, right? It wasn't like during waking hours. It was during when people needed their sleep, right? It was during when people I had to go to school and I had to go to work at 5 a.m. each and every day. And I told them, and they would fight constantly during the night till like 3 a.m. And then I told I keep telling my parents, Dad, these people are keeping me awake at 3 a.m. and I had to go to school at 5. I have to go to school at 5 a.m. It's like, dude, that, you know how, and I'm a big stickler in sleep, right? Sleep, if you're not a college student, sleep is the most important thing you need, and it's something that you absolutely have to have, especially because you going to sleep, you going to school half asleep and half of it's just, oh my god, I don't recommend it. It's retarded, stupid, and it's just such a hassle that I just don't want to get into. But like I said, he was disrespectful. He wanted, like, part of the deal was that you can live here, right? You can live here. He wanted access to our internet, the service that we pay, my family pays, and the service that my family pays that he does, that we didn't negotiate with, right? I told him, dude, you're gonna have to spend another $20 on the internet because bandwidth, right? You're gonna be connected to all. If I give you the internet signal, you're gonna connect all these devices to my internet, and it's gonna be slow as hell. And I told him, you can't do that. Stop, right? You're gonna charge him $20, right, a month. And he's like, sure, whatever. So now the rent goes to $260. Keep in mind that he hasn't paid a dime of it. And my dad, he's like the biggest softie in the world. Like, he has a soft spot for people, and I get it. Like, I get it. We try to help people, they'll help us in return, etc. But these people are just constantly fighting. It got to the point where I was afraid that the dude might hit him, or something would happen. Like, something was going to happen, and something was going to escalate. And I just paid it no mind, right? If you keep your nose out of it, you're not gonna get in trouble, right? And I should have stuck to my guns, and I should have done that. But one night, it escalated to the point where these people were fighting. They were screaming over the top of their lungs. They were saying things that they shouldn't be saying. Like, I could hear their whole conversation. Like, this girl was calling this dude a deadbeat. He was calling him all sorts of names, right? All sorts of profanity. And I just thinking to myself, like, Jesus fuck. if I ever had a crazy bitch like that, like, no offense, if I ever had a crazy girlfriend like that, I would reevaluate my life choices, but it's neither here nor there, but whatever, right? So we're they're bickering back and forth. They're saying things they're not supposed to be saying. And I hear this loud bang, right? This loud, like, it got to the point where it woke me up. Like I fell asleep from sheer exhaustion, and I just didn't want to deal with it. But it got to the point where I just heard this loud bang, 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 and let me leave. To the point that, like, it woke me up. It woke my dad up. It woke my sister up, and I thought this dude was hitting her on her and like killing her. So I went downstairs quickly to say, like, is everything okay? Is everything good? And I guess they said everything was good and everything. So I just go upstairs again, go back to sleep, and I don't know. So I went upstairs, went back to sleep, and it's just out of nowhere I hear him go, and this girl, she texted me. I don't know what possessed me to give me my phone number, but she texts me saying, please come down here, I need help. And I thought to myself, oh shit, it is going down. So I go down there. They live in the basement, by the way. So I go down in my basement. I asked her, okay, what's going on? What's happening? And I guess she started like incoherent babble, right? Incoherent babble about how he's taking drugs, how he's a gang, how he hurt her, how there's like huge, keep in mind, it took me a while to notice it because I was half asleep, but there was this huge effing hole in my door, and I was livid. I was awake then, right? I was fully awake, trying to, it got to the point where my blood was boiling. Like, I told this dude, like, this dude wasn't here, like, he took off in his car, but he literally punched a hole in my door to the point to this day that is still there. And I'm just sitting here thinking, what is happening, right? What's going on here? So I go downstairs. I'm downstairs and I'm asking you, okay, if you're gonna do anything, you're gonna have to call the police, not me. You're gonna have to call the police. And lo and behold, she called because she wanted me to call the police, and I told myself, don't do it, Jorge, because if you call the police, and then it's on you, right? It's on me, right? The dude can blame me, saying I'm sticking my nose into something I'm not supposed to be doing, etc., etc. I told her, if he hurt you, and if he's trying to do something to you, you have to call the police, not me. So she calls the police come to my house, and I'm just livid. Not only is there a hole in my door, I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to school. I have to literally get my ass up. It's 3 a.m. in the morning, and the police are coming to my house. I have never had the police come to my house before. This is just... I live in a white suburban neighborhood. I'm the only brown kid, and now the police are coming to my house. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fudge the neighbors are going to tell, or going to say, or something like that. So the police come, they arrest this guy. I'm not going to give out any names. They arrest this guy, and this girl's making phone calls. And it's 3 a.m. The police come upstairs into my room, and they said, is there anyone awake in here? And I told them, yes, it's me, I'm awake. And they come to the house. they literally make me do a statement, right? So I wrote the statement out and I signed my names. Keep in mind that I was, oh yeah, not only did I was sleep deprived, but I had the fucking flu. Just for shits and giggles, right? I had the effing flu. I was sweating. I was angry, and I was just so sick and tired of it. So sick and tired of it. I just wanted it to end, right? And it was just a chore. Soon after she leaves, I guess some altercation, she pressed charges against him, and she leaves, right? I had to take her down to a friend's house. Keep in mind that she's like 5 years older than me. Like, she could be the age of my sister. She's pregnant. She's 19. Apparently, she was a stripper. So I take her clear down to like a 5-hour drive. And keep in mind, she paid me for gas and everything. So I wasn't bickering. So I take her down there, and he comes back from jail. His parents bail him out. Suggesting that this wasn't the first time that they've gone through this, but I guess I don't know what else to think anymore, right? I'm just absolutely livid. I go down to the so they come down here from out of state, right? They're what's it called? They're down here begging us to keep him in the house and everything, and my dad said, okay, alright, whatever. So after all this happened, the guy beats on his girlfriend, allegedly, right? He's living downstairs.